Welcome back to the Lab TV, where boys become kings. I'm your host, Tokyo, and we live by one rule around here. No excuses. No more waiting, no more blaming. We take responsibility, we take lead, and we get to work. Today, we're talking about doing one of the hardest jobs on planet Earth. Being a father, not just biologically, spiritually, mentally, and emotionally. Being the man who sets the tone, the one who holds the line, even when everyone hates you for it. Because the truth is, a good father will be called a lot of things. Strict, controlling, cold, but he's building you to survive and lead. And you will thank him one day. Now, roll that intro.
Time's ticking. Every man hits a moment where he either grows up or gives up. Wasting time, wasting potential. But deep down, he knows there's more. More fight, more focus, more power. But it's not handed to you. It's built. This is the Lab TV. No handouts. No excuses.
Let me tell you about the time where I wanted to join the gang. Yes, me, Tokyo, the host of the Lab TV, wanted to join the gang. And I actually did. I actually joined 2 gangs. What they call it, gang hopping. Yes, I joined the gang when I was in 8th grade, and I joined one when I was in the 9th grade. Both of these gangs fell apart due to the grace of God. But I wanted to be a part of an organization or a brotherhood because I saw how these guys were feared at school or they was feared in the streets. See, I grew up in the church. I'm the only boy out of all the kids. My dad had one son and all the girls. And so I didn't have a brother. My cousins, they stay on the other side of town. But in my neighborhood, all my friends, they was a part of a gang where their family came from gang culture. So it was just influential. It was a part of my environment. And although I was a church kid, I still was enticed to the street life because mainly they had the girls. Like the girls in my neighborhood or the girls that I knew, even the classy ones were attracted to street dudes. So I liked the girls, so I wanted to be where the girls was. And so my father wasn't going for none of that. My father held me to a standard because he didn't want me to turn out to be like the guys that was in the streets. And so my father kept me in the house if he knew I was doing something that I shouldn't have been doing, which caused the other gang members to be like, man, we're going to leave him alone. He got a daddy, you know what I'm saying? So I was mad because I couldn't be a part of the streets. Like if I had a t-shirt on, we had some boys down the street, they called the white T-boys. My dad made me take the t-shirt off. And I wasn't even part of that clique. You know what I'm saying? But he did that to preserve my life because I didn't need to be a follower. I needed to be a leader. And I was being a follower at that point in my life because of some girls and power and respect, wanted to be feared. And I come from what they say on Eminem, and Clarence's parents had a real good marriage. Man, my parents had a beautiful marriage. And so, yeah. So my father was strict on me. He kept me working. He kept me busy. He kept me from doing things that I shouldn't have been doing. So my father was very firm in what he wanted me to do. I wasn't going to be a follower. I wasn't going to follow the crowd and do what everybody else was going to do. I was going to be a leader. And so as long as I was his son, I wasn't going to be a part of their world. See, I didn't understand about how the streets were a trap, how friends would snake you, somebody would tell on you, the police are against you. It's just a bad environment to be in. My father had to go through a season where I kind of hated him for being a man, and it saved my life in the end. So sometimes as a father, you're going to go through a season where you and your sons are not going to get along, but in the end, it's going to be worth it for his good. You get what I'm saying? So now let's contrast that with a man of God in the Bible who didn't chastise his sons, who let his sons run amok. So there was a man in the Bible named Eli. He was a priest of God. And his sons, they were to be next in line to do the same thing. But they were stealing offering, disrespecting the temple, sleeping with women in the temple of God, just straight wilding out. 1 Samuel 2:29. Why do you honor your sons more than me? God gave Eli a chance to check his sons, but he didn't. Maybe he was too passive. Maybe he didn't want to be the bad guy to his sons. But either way, his whole household paid the price. 1 Samuel 4:18. When Eli heard the ark of God was taken and his sons were dead, he fell backwards in his chair and died. A man of God, but a weak father. And it ruined his legacy. That's the danger of raising boys without correction. That isn't love. That's neglect. Now let me show you the flip side. Richard Williams, the father of Venus and Serena Williams. Y'all know them as the tennis sisters, the legends. This man had a 78-page tennis plan before his daughters were even born. He trained them in Compton, faced racism, rejection, and even broke relationships. But he never wavered. He had a vision, and now his daughters are legends. But you know what's crazy? A lot of people said he was too controlling. He was doing too much. But that pressure, that protection, that fatherhood, man, it produced champions. So if people are calling you the bad guy, you might just be doing right, bro. You might just be doing right. I used to smack my lips at my dad's rules. He used to say, Pokey, be home at this time. Don't hang out with them. And I'm thinking, man, you don't get it. You a preacher now. You a preacher. Like, you don't get this no more. But now I get it. I get it. I really get it. I got it a long time ago, to be honest. I see the traps that he helped me dodge, the manhood that he instilled in me. He didn't raise me to be his friend. He raised me to be a man. And that's what real fathers do. They don't raise you for comfort. They raise you for a calling. To every young man who's watching this, who had a father or father figure who pushed you or didn't let you slide, thank him. He wasn't trying to ruin your fun. He was trying to save your life. And if you're a father or a future father, don't fold. Don't get soft because your kids don't like you today. Stand firm, love strong, and lead well, bro. Proverbs 13:24. He who spares the rod hates his son, but he who loves him is diligent to discipline him. You're not the bad guy. You're the blueprint. This is the Lab TV, where pressure builds purpose and every man is challenged to grow. If you're ready to rise, ready to lead, and ready to live with no excuses, then hit that subscribe button, comment, share with another man or another brother, and I will see you on the next episode of the Lab TV.